Today on The Dish, Chef Fany Gerson, a James Beard semi-finalist this year for Outstanding Bakery with Fan Donuts. Gerson says her unique and crave-worthy donuts are pastry with a purpose. Born in Mexico City, trained in her native home and here in the U.S., she mixes cultures well beyond her own in every bite. Her attention to the traditions and details of the past started more than a decade ago, bringing recipes to the masses with the first of 3 cookbooks. And to say this day she continues to bring smiles to the faces of anyone who tries her creations is an understatement.
It's fried dough at its finest, glazed treats worthy of the wait, as scrumptious to look at as they are to eat. Fan Donuts, the creation of Chef Fany Gerson.
What is it that you love about donuts? I love making them. I love eating them. But I think the thing I love most is that they're sort of just a big smile. Instant. I get to make people happy.
Oh my God. With every bite, as I learned in my own private tasting.
This is like the perfect glaze. Well, it's not too sweet. This is going to be really hard to stop eating. I want to finish this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't.
No, I don't ever have room.
Gerson's love of food began in childhood. Growing up in Mexico City, the product of a multicultural household. Her father, Jewish with a European heritage, her mother's family from Mexico.
Mexicans love to eat. We have amazing food.
Yes, you do.
So I grew up not so much making, but enjoying a lot of food.
Culture, she says, with family and food at their core. A creative kid, she developed an appreciation for cooking, seeing what she called magic in the kitchen. In high school, a trip to the States became a life-changing trip to the Culinary Institute of America.
And the moment I entered, I just had this sense of belonging, So I said to my parents, this is what I want to do. And they're like, no. They were not on board.
Why
but
not?
It's not like they wanted me to do something practical.
They wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer.
No, they were saying go into art. I said, at least this is an art I won't starve in, But no, I think that they knew this is an industry that requires a lot of sacrifice.
Hoping she'd get cooking out of her system, they suggested a culinary school in Mexico City. But
instead of getting it out of my system, it was the opposite. It was like, oh my God. And I'm so happy that I ended up doing that because I learned a lot about like pre-Hispanic cooking and Mexican cuisine, and it was just different. And then I ended up going to the CIA afterwards.
Which launched her career, working as a pastry chef at established restaurants like Rosa Mexicano and 11 Madison Park. In 2011, earning a James Beard nomination for her first cookbook, My Sweet Mexico, a modern interpretation of traditional Mexican sweets. Almost 15 years later, Gerson has 3 cookbooks, and with her husband, Daniel Ortiz de Montiano, she shares 3 small businesses: La New Yorkina, known for its Mexican ice pops, Mijo, featuring homestyle and street foods from Mexico City, and Fan Donuts.
I realized I really wanted to use the donuts as a canvas to explore, different cultures that make New York so rich and so amazing.
Trying to bring different cultures into a donut. Great idea, it sounds like, but it can't be that easy.
No.
How do you do that?
Yeah. So, the first one is sort of my own culture, right? So the donut dough itself is made with a Mexican cinnamon tea.
A seasoning, she says, meant to enhance the flavors added with icing and filling. The varieties appear endless, at least a dozen on most weekdays, 25 on the weekend, some seasonal, others staples. Favorites include a mango lassi, an Indian dessert drink reimagined with a light yogurt glaze and a little pistachio. And La Donna, inspired by Gerson's grandmother, the family matriarch who lived until she was 98.
It has baked meringue with edible corn flowers on top, and the glaze itself is raspberry and black currant. So it's fruity and tart at the same time. Just go for it.
The black currant is so good.
It's so good.
The dough is like, again, it's this perfect mix of like enough doughiness, but it's airy
Yeah.
and light. How do you do that?
A lot of testing, a lot of testing. But I'm so happy you said that because that's sort of what we strived for. I wanted to create a donut that would stand on its own.
But even better when dressed. Like a cream cheese-filled donut stick with a Latin flair, topped with a guava glaze, brown butter, and walnut crumble. One filled with Japanese yuzu curd. Rolled in lemon sugar, it's a lemon meringue with a twist. The hermanitos for Gerson's siblings, made with seasonal jams favored by each of the four. And the Danny Boy, glazed in salted brown butter and caramel, named after Gerson's husband.
When I was testing, I took a video and he just takes this bite. I'm like waiting for the reaction, and he's like, and then he does this sort of like, you know, like it's like a little kid. And so that's where sort of Danny Boy, that's what one of my dad's nickname for him was.
Whether it's celebrating family or global cultures, Gerson has remained true to her initial joyous intent while finding a way to tantalize nearly every sense.
So this is our choc glaze with churros.
So I'm gonna have to take a bite and get it on my face.
It's fun trying, you know?
It's totally worth having chocolate on my face right now.
Right?
It's like a kind of magic created by Fany Gerson, one donut at a time.
Someone that comes in here now, what do you hope they walk away with?
A lot of donuts, a big smile, and just, I want people to just be excited.
This guy?
Whether it's their first time or they've been here, my intention is to sort of share that Mexican hospitality, that you come here, there's music, there's smiles, hopefully. But at the end of the day, we can be a highlight, if not the highlight of your day.
Well, Michelle, here is a highlight or the highlight of your day.
Have chocolate
Everything
everywhere.
Homemade. I mean, even the sprinkles on top, she showed me, they handmade, homemade. It's unbelievable. And it is joy in every bite, right? Mm-hmm. You got to get it on your face, be in it, enjoy.
No, I wanted one of those that has the cream filling in it.
The lemon yuzu. Mm-hmm. It was incredible. I know.